Hey guys, Semphis here. I'm gonna make a quick video about exitlag and want to raise some light on an issue I'm seeing that could potentially be exploited by different teams. So if you play at a high level, a low level, a medium level, this will affect you in any match that you're playing online where you have a ping dispute. So whether it's a cash cup, a qualifier, a closed qualifier, you're playing ECL league, anything where you're playing online where they're allowed to ping dispute a server. So now we're gonna look bottom to my net graph. I ping around 85 to 90 to this server. I believe this server is in Chicago. So we play, I have roughly 85, 90 ping. Pretty bad, right? So what I can do is I can disconnect. Now, for anyone that's used exitlag, they're going to know what I'm going to do here. So this is exitlag. For anyone that doesn't know, it is a fairly good program to have if you get bad routing. So the way it works is if I'm supposed to ping 10 to Seattle, but I ping 80 because my routing screwed up, if I use exitlag, it might get me down to 10, maybe 50 and 20, right? It's going to lower it. Now, if I ping 20 to a server, and it's really good, and then I get exit lag, it's probably not going to reduce it to like 10 or something. You know, like if you already live close and you have good routing, it's probably not going to help a ton, right? But again, it's still good to test out. It's 3-day free trial. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do think it's useful to use, right? So we'll go to Chicago, apply a route. So now I'm on Chicago routing. So I type retry and I rejoin the server, right? So I'm gonna ping roughly mid 60s. Is generally what I'm gonna get, right? So I join the server, and okay, let's give it a couple seconds to kind of like figure itself out. Okay, yeah, so 70, 72. Okay, a little bit higher than I thought, but again, better than 90, right? So I would say this is worth $5-6. So, on other servers, I can get better. If I ping 90 to Chicago and I put on Chicago exit lag, a lot of times it'll get me down to like 50 or 55. This is just a random server I joined, so its routing is weird. Anyways, my main point is I can pick which ping I'm joining the server with. So if I know that I want a Chicago server, but maybe my teammates ping really low, so the other team is going to be able to ping dispute it, I could make my ping artificially a little bit higher to make sure that we get the Chicago server. I could also, like, let's say we couldn't win a ping dispute, but we just hate the server because everyone's put on a team where someone just hates Dallas or they hate a location, right? So maybe I'm a terrible person and I'm gonna go join Putin, right? So I put on Moscow servers and I rejoin the server. I'm gonna ping somewhere in the 300s now, okay? You're not gonna be able to ping dispute me at this point. Like I'm gonna win a ping dispute just by myself. It's obviously like it's very obvious that I'm using a trick to get through inner ping. So this is not the best example. It would be better to do something like a little bit more believable. Like, maybe if you had a New York server where you ping like 120, which from the Northwest might be believable, then it would be less like suspicious. But my point is there's no way for the admins or even for players to really prove this. Like, you can know that players are doing this. Like, we played teams, I'm not going to call anyone out, but we've definitely played teams that have done this to us where like they'll join a server, they'll ping like 30 and then they'll reconnect and they have like 70 on all their players now and you're like, oh, okay. And we know where they live. Like we know their like what location they're playing from and we know what pings they get in FPL and stuff like that, or last matches even. So we know they're doing something. Or you'll have cases where like we'll play for some Brazilian teams and to their credit, I do also kind of agree with this. Some players feel like exit lag, even though their ping is better, the game feels worse. I have experienced this to some extent, so I'm not saying it's not a valid reason, but you'll have some teams join and like they're all on land, by the way, and 3 of them will use exit lag and 2 of them won't. So like 3 of them will ping like 15 and 2 of them will ping like 35. It might not sound like that big of a difference, but it's just there's no like consistency of like how exit lag's being used, or there's other versions of this too, like other routing things. So I just feel like there needs to be some sort of rules in place or some sort of systems to be able to like verify that someone's not doing something shady. Like at the lower levels, I'm not going to lie, there's probably not going to be much done unless exit lag or WTF fast or whatever it is gets like implemented into the clients, which is the only thing I can really think of is that you just ban them as third-party tools, but they only work when they're built into the client. Obviously, that would be a lot of work, and you'd have to partner with them, and it's probably unfair, blah, blah, blah. But that's the only way I can really think of. But when you're playing at a higher level, like let's say we're playing Furia, right? And Furia lives in Dallas, so they all ping 5. And we are going to play them in a match, and Chicago, they ping bad, but Dallas, we just think their ping's just too low. Like, we ping good to Dallas as well. Maybe we ping 35, but they all ping 5. So we'd rather play on Chicago where we have higher ping just to get them off of the 5 ping. We could mess with our ping with exit like really easy, and since they all ping 5, we could get them forced to a Chicago server fairly easily, you know? So there's always those little tricks you can do, and we don't do that, but like we know other people are doing it, and it's definitely a problem that I'm seeing, and I just feel like it should be a discussion. I'm not coming here with the answers or anything like this, and honestly, I debated if I should even do this video because I feel like it's not going to give people ideas, but at this point, it's happening, in my opinion, often enough that it's pretty much the cat's out of the bag anyways. So I'm going to upload this video. You guys tell me what you think, and yeah, I'll try to release a couple more videos, guys, but this is the one I just thought, like, you know, with so many cups being online and there's so much merit to, there's so much benefit to qualifying for LANs. You know, tonight, in a couple hours, we're playing the winner of whatever the lower bracket finals is, Team 1 versus Vendetta or Strife or something. We play the winner of that, and again, we're going to be on clients and we're going to have ping disputes. So I'm not saying that Team 1s did that. I don't think they have, and we didn't do it. But I'm just saying, like, when you're going to a finals, you know, like, it's really easy for people to do that. And people will take advantages, you know? Like, people will do little things like this, especially things that people don't really feel are enforceable. Like, no one's ever been banned for falsifying their ping, as far as I'm aware, with, like, an exit lag. So anyways, boys, just a quick video. Let me know what you think. Peace out.